Well guys, to say the least, my heart was in my mouth when that thing took off because it got me bricked straight up, but it's got me bricked.
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through? For you, 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 won't you let the light shine through?
Alrighty guys, welcome back everybody. We've turned this into a bit of a pursuit series, so we're pursuing a 50cm mangrove jack. I'm more of a bass fisherman and I don't know a whole lot about these species, especially in the cooler months of the year, but we did get onto a good one come the end of the weekend and it was an absolute cracker. Personal best, blew me away. Stick around, and if you haven't already, click that subscribe button, drop a comment, drop a like, so it lets me know that you guys like what I'm producing. And this lure here is the reciIhHitjmPoZyeU Crush City 4-inch heavy hitter in the whiting colour, rigged weedlessly, just so I could really get that lure deep in the snags and knock on those doors to see if any of those bigger fish are home. And it was a pretty slow going all weekend. And yeah, this other lure here is the whole production swim prawn. Little Dewey on the swim prawn. This might be the donut saver for today, honestly. I've had a very, very rough start. 4 hours into the session, and that is my second bite. I did lose a giant herring earlier, but that is my second bite on the white swim prawn in 3-inch. But yeah, god damn, it's tough. Yeah, you might realise I'm spot locked in the one spot for a fair while here, but it's honestly because it's the only place I could get a bite. Oh, big flathead, big flathead. A nice flathead on the 3-inch swim prawn again. He'd be pushing mid-50s, I reckon. Get a quick measure. My guess being 55. And he's 54. All things have changed. Here we go. Might be onto something here. Caught both those last two fish just around this heavy structured area, just punching the lure up into that shadow up there and just hopping it along as the current brings it along, and must be a few like sweeping through there. That's mad. Oh, you won't hear any complaints from me. Now, if you didn't hear before, I did quote we might be onto something here, but I actually went the rest of the afternoon without landing another fish, so we'll quickly skip on to day two. Okay, so day two, I went out with very little confidence of doing well, but I did in fact land a cracking PB mangrove jack, which is coming up at the end of this video. Didn't quite reach the pursuit of the 50 centimeter jack, so this series will continue as we try our best to get into the 50 club, but nonetheless, it was still a cracking fish. It's going to be at the end of this video, so hang around to the end if you've made it this far already. And yeah, now I'm no brim fisher, but if I had have had more finesse gear on and lighter lures and so forth, like you need when you're chasing brim, I reckon I could have landed a handful here, but instead I lost a handful. But I did manage one on the 2-inch swim prawn, I think it was, but I was running like 14, 16 litre, which is a bit heavy, but I did still get a few bites, but I did lose a lot of bites. So yeah, I don't really know a whole lot about brim, so my bad. Oh well, that's something at least. Legal brimbo on the swim prawn. There's quite a few things coming through on the sonar. I've lost the last two fish I've hooked. I've lost. I'm assuming they're big brim, but there's some very big arches down there, so I'm gonna keep hitting this edge. I'm not too far from the boat ramp, which is pretty crazy. You don't have to go far to catch fish half the time. The further into the creek I go, the dirtier it gets. So I'm just gonna hang around here, fishing the last hour of the run out, and probably hang around here for a little bit of the run in just to see what happens between the two tide changes. But yeah, little brimbo. Just to give us an idea of the conditions I was up against, this is a fair way into the ice, this river, and as you can see, it's really, really fresh. And this is the only reason I really made the trip down here, was to fish the ice, is because I used to fish off it when I was younger, off my grandma's jetty, and used to do really well. So coming down and finding the whole thing being like chocolate was really, really threw a big spanner in the works, to say the least. So I obviously didn't spend too much time in the ice, so I made my way out towards the mouth and started to hit the rock bars that were borderline clean enough to fish, and managed to pick up the odd rock cod. Just hitting these rock bars with the Rapala heavy hitter, rigged weedlessly, just knocking on those rock bars and seeing if anyone's home. So let's go. Crunch that heavy hitter, hey, far out. Oh well. What? That'll do just nicely. Come on. Take a bigger bite. Alright, so this is the part everyone's probably waiting for. The moment where I caught me jack. Funny enough, I'd actually hit this corner / edge 3 times, but it just looked that good. I just kept hitting it. And I would love to know if he was there the whole time, or if I just managed to wake him up, or if he was just cruising through. But yeah, we'll never know. But yeah, he was pretty quick getting back to where he wanted to be anyway.
It's got me bricked. He's out, he's out, he's out, he's out. My heart is in my mouth. Tell you that.
Well guys, to say the least, my heart was in my mouth when that thing took off because it got me bricked straight up. But there is a lovely jack. He'd be like high 40s, I think. Yeah, have a go at that. How bloody good. That's what we came here for. So to get it in the dirty waters is even more rewarding because it's been a tough slog for the last day and a half. But that is off its head.
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through.